This message is concerning personal identity of an individual, whether you be male or female, whether you be black or white, young or old, wise or foolish. Who do you see yourself as being? And who have they told you that you are? What do you believe concerning your personal self-identification? How do you identify? Being from the hood, being from corporate America, doctor, lawyer, gang member, drug dealer, prostitute, pimp, businessman, bum, common, uncommon, unique, dedicated, don't care. How do you see yourself? What do you do when you get up in the morning to make the world recognize who you are? How do you identify with your environment, and how does your environment identify with you? Are you different than your surroundings, or are you a chameleon where we can't tell the difference between you and the environment? In other words, if we take you out of the environment and put you in a new environment, we still know where you come from because of the way that you behave. And we really know when you start talking, because even a fool is counted wise when he keep his mouth shut. So what environment you have been in is really in you, and once you start talking, that environment starts expressing itself. But is that you? Or is that your environment talking? This is serious business. We've met people that come out of different neighborhoods that talk and think like they neighborhood, like they crew. We meet people that come out of different religious organizations and they think and talk like they religious organizations. But is that you? We meet brothers that come out of the penitentiary and meet brothers that then came out of all different types of environments, and they talk like the environment that they come out of. But is the environment, can it ever come out of you? Who are you? What are you? I know you supposed to represent a human being, but you don't act like one all the time. In other words, the caterpillar has a real undetected wisdom about itself. He comes to a place in his existence where he realizes he must change. But he don't go to other caterpillars to get advice on how to change. He separates himself. He goes into what's called a cocoon, a chrysalis, a new environment designed for his change. He starts to become in a dedication to separation. He goes into a suicide mode where he's ready to kill what he was to become what he's made to be. See, the destiny of the caterpillar was never to stay a caterpillar. He was already made to be a butterfly from the beginning. But he has to come to a point in his existence where he realizes that this caterpillar stage is too, I can't be this no more. This worked for a while, but it ain't working no more. I got to get up out of here. I'm tired of crawling around in my existence. I got to fly. But before I fly, I got to die. The old me got to be separated from me. I got to go through a circumcision. I got to cut off the old flesh. I got to grow a new me. I'm tired of being a seed. I got to birth a fruit tree. I'm tired of being like everybody else in my environment. I'm tired of following a path. I got to cut one. And if it ain't no path, I'm gonna make one. Good God Almighty. I don't care if I ain't following the way you think I ought to go or doing what you think I ought to do. That proves I'm on the right road, 'cause you don't know where to go or what to do either. So I'm tired of being a blind man following a blind man. I don't need another man's mind to think for me, and I don't need another man's eyes to see for me. The maker creator gave me my own, and I'm gonna use mine. And if I make a mistake, it's gonna be because I made it, not because I followed your mistakes. And I don't care if it ain't popular, I don't care if it ain't accepted. At least I'll be what I am. And I won't change because of the pressure of everybody else saying that this ain't the way to go. You go that way, I'm going my way. Hikando Rushike. I'm going to follow the way that's designed for me. See, the caterpillar, when you go into the cocoon, you can't take no company. Ain't no chairs and no tables and no television set up in there. He going to a place where he got to survive on his own thinking. Jesus. He got to live on what he has been taught by his maker and not by other people that's been made. It's a cocoon because there's a metamorphosis that takes place. And when I come up out of this, you won't even recognize me. 'Cause I'll be who I really am and not what the world tried to make me. When I come up out of this, I'm gonna fly naturally. Caterpillar, no matter how hard he try to fly, he can't fly. 'Cause he ain't transformed into his flying mode. But once he go into that dimension of separation and transformation, flying is easy. And he find out that he was made to fly from the beginning. And now the other caterpillars can watch him. And maybe a caterpillar or two may catch on and say, I can do what he can do. I'm a caterpillar and he was too. See, we should be an example of what people can become and not just keep being an example of what we've been. I don't want to be a slave always giving a commercial about slavery. Ito. I want to be a free man. And if you learn something from me, it's going to be how to be free. Really free. Not that artificial free, where you still control me. Let freedom reign. Now it's time for this change. See ya.